right. I'm finally getting to it. The ARCHON quest 3 and 4. I've been waiting. I just got back from a trip, so I've been avoiding spoilers as much as possible. But now I can finally get through it, and I can see what everyone's complaining about this prison for. Surely it's not going to be that bad, right? Right. It's not going to be a problem. It's going to be so amazing. All 5 floors of them. No issues at all. All right, let's get going.
It's the room, and it's empty and waiting for us as promised.
Excuse me, but do you know if the Traveler and Paimon are lodging here? I was sent from the Palais Mermonia. Monsieur Nourilette wishes to see you. It seems he has something important to discuss in person. It would be best if you came to the Palais
you don't gotta tell me
Mermonia
twice.
Monsieur...
I'll be there so quick.
So,
There's the handsome judge in all his glory.
did you want to see us about something?
Yes, I did send someone to fetch you. But as for what I'd like to discuss next, well,
Look at him.
I still have some reservations.
Okay, but why are his eyes the most gorgeous in all of the game?
Ask you to do, however,
I'll do anything,
you should
just
wait
ask.
until after I tell you the details, then decide for yourselves whether you'd like
Rats.
to help or not. The situation is this.
Da, 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 da.
It has come to my attention that the Snezhnayan Harbinger known as the Knave wants a
Snezhnayan.
diplomatic meeting with you, correct?
Not the knave.
I heard that she was originally from Fontaine, but for her to suddenly arrive here and abruptly request such a meeting like this, I sincerely advise you to refuse her invitation outright.
Just refuse.
I'm sure you're aware that her purpose is most likely related to Child's recent predicament. We convicted one of the Snezhnayan Harbingers in a court of law, but we have yet to provide any form of detailed report on
that
the
doesn't
matter.
look too good on you.
This does indeed provide an opportunity for Snezhnaya to put pressure on us. I believe we should adopt an evasive stance until we can provide a proper explanation and have a preliminary plan on how to deal with the matter.
No, we shouldn't. I think we should agree to the meeting.
Oh?
Well, you see, we are the ones that owe an explanation.
Alright, she's got a point.
If we keep putting off the meeting, it could easily
Alright, let's go.
result in
Putting
the
her little
problem
brain to use for
escalating.
once.
Right? It's like a fight between 2 friends. If they don't agree to see each other and talk in person, isn't it possible that the friendship could end entirely?
So they're friends with Snez. Got it.
Though diplomatic relations between Fontaine and Snezhnaya could be considered as friendly, it is only
Friendly.
superficially so. You wouldn't go so far as to say that our nations are friends, as you did in your example.
It was just an analogy. An analogy, okay?
Moreover, even if we were to talk in person, if we don't have sufficient information
True.
prepared, it is quite possible the result wouldn't be restored relations, but a complete falling out.
I don't think we should overthink those possibilities yet.
You think there's water in that cup?
Even if the logic of the divine is not immediately apparent, its wisdom will only be revealed with time. Besides, you'll be at the meeting. If any problems do pop
There we
up,
go.
you'll
Put
have
it all
no
on the
problem
judge.
navigating them.
Of course.
I must clarify that interacting and communicating with people outside of court is not my cup of tea. It seems you think
Bro.
too much of me.
If he said cup of water, I probably would have lost it.
But more importantly, when did I agree to join the meeting with you?
You tell him, honestly. What, her eyes?
You mean you won't come? No, that won't do. I can't go to the meeting alone. You have to accompany me.
Introvert.
I must take you with me.
Lady Farina, could there be something else regarding this matter that is being kept from me?
She only tried to kill her once.
No, not at all. Look,
What?
I am the Hydro Archon of Fontaine, Focalor, the god of justice who is loved and adored by many.
LOL.
So I only hope that justice will be served in this matter. Don't overthink it. I'll go find someone to...
If you're gonna find
arrange
someone
the
else to
meeting.
arrange the meeting, then find somebody else to go with you. He clearly doesn't want to go. Poor judge. The meeting with the knave and Lady Farina.
Though it could officially be considered a diplomatic conference, I prefer to see our meeting today as an ordinary tea party.
An ordinary tea party. The last tea party I saw, Subaru only died a couple times, or almost, so... I don't know if we want that.
You see it the same way, Miss Farina?
Her eyeballs look like those mushrooms. That's all I see. Shiitake mushrooms for her eyeballs.
It's a pleasure to meet you, Monsieur Neuvillette. I was born in Fontaine, so naturally, there's no need to introduce the nation's revered Eudex to me.
Hello. The pleasure is also mine.
First, I would like to thank the two of you. I'm often away on business outside of Fontaine, and I'm told that the children of the House of the Hearth have been well taken care of by you.
Wait, she's taking care of the children?
Oh,
Rip.
I'm not referring to when my children, Linny and Lynette, were falsely accused by you. Please don't misunderstand.
LOL.
The children of the House of the Hearth are often misunderstood. Perhaps due to the reputation of the Fatui. There's no getting around that.
True.
Now then, you have come regarding the matter of child, correct?
Well, yes. It appears the ever-busy Eudex Neuvillette doesn't wish to waste time with diplomatic pleasantries.
No.
And hopes
Busy
that we
man.
can get straight to the point of our talk.
Please do. The less time I have to look at you, the better.
Yes, as you surmised, understanding child's situation is indeed one of the goals of this trip. I request that child be turned over to Snezhnaya. We have a responsibility to cooperate with Fontaine and resolve what has happened to him together.
The rules governing attorneys only apply before a trial has concluded. Since a verdict has already been rendered, we see the case as settled. I apologize for being unable to grant your request.
Yas, stand your ground,
An
king.
outright refusal. Very well. I respect all the rules of Fontaine's courts, just as I respect you as Chief Justice. Okay, why don't we back up a step? You don't need to transfer Child to us. I only request to enter the fortress of Meripede to see Child and confirm his condition.
I feel like that's an
It's not like you
easy
couldn't
request.
even manage to fulfill a simple request like that. Right, Miss Farina?
She's so scared.
About that.
Pyro delusion, W.
The fortress of Meripede has always been completely autonomous. Even we have no authority to interfere there, and diplomatic issues do not suffice as an excuse. However, if you absolutely must confirm the situation of the Harbinger, I have a proposal.
Ooh, a proposal. Alright, time to break in.
I also noticed that Lady Farina acts a little odd and unnatural whenever I bring up matters related to
Bro,
the
she's
name.
been threatened. How could she not?
The knave feet.
If that were the case, then why wouldn't Lady Farina inform me? And what means could the knave possibly have to twist the arm of an Archon?
So maybe that's not very likely. Even though Farina can act a little weird at times, she's still an Archon.
Is she though?
In reality, this problem is even more thorny than it appears. According to reports from the fortress of Meripede, Child recently disappeared.
Disappeared?
under mysterious circumstances.
Yeah, how do you lose Tartaglia?
Be possible. I suspect that there's something else behind Child's disappearance.
I'm listening.
Yes.
So respectable.
I would like you to
Wait,
go to the
chooses
fortress
pie.
of Meripede and investigate Child's disappearance. This was my proposal during our meeting with the knave. Rather than allowing her to intervene, I offered to send someone to find out about Child's situation and report back to her in detail.
Wait, so he didn't tell the knave that he just disappeared. That could also be part of the reason why he's like, no, you can't do that. And that could have been completely made up, maybe? Probably not, but still. He's like, no, you can't do that, because the f***er's gone.
The knave did not seem satisfied by my proposal, but she still agreed to go along with it for the time being. Fortress of Meripede may seem like a prison, but it should in fact
gathering
be
place for
regarded as a
exiles.
gathering
Let's
place
f***ing
for
go.
exiles. All we do is dispatch guards to keep watch and help maintain security, but we have no right to get involved with any other matters. Although I do have a personal relationship with the administrator there, neither myself nor the courts have the right to be directly involved with the investigation, no matter how serious the grounds. I will arrange false charges against you so that you may secretly investigate inside the fortress during your detention. This will save us a lot of unnecessary trouble. So, are you two willing to accept my proposal?
Only because you asked. Let's be real.
How you look at it, it seems we're the best choice.
I hope that both of you can keep this operation a secret.
Ooh, the judge and I have a secret. Ha
We
ha
will
ha.
rendezvous at the Fortress of Merope's entrance on Araneus once you've prepared yourselves. Since you are sacrificing both your time and quality of life for the sake of delivering this report, you will be compensated according to the highest standards.
Just a dinner
permitted
date.
to legal
That's
staff,
it. That's it.
regardless of the outcome.
I'll go spend a week in prison just for one dinner date. Is that so much to ask for? Let me try your fancy water.
Please take this cake as a token of my personal
Okay,
gratitude.
so it is a cake. What the do we need 3 of those? I'll take his cake though. Aha!
Oh, no need to thank me for it. Just be sure to enjoy it.
W. Look at this. Look how beautiful this entrance walkway is. To the one and only. Bro, just look. Look how beautiful this is. Okay, on the real though, if I lived in Fontaine, I would totally get married out here, okay? Look at this. I don't know if they would, or if you could. But hey, if I'm living in Fontaine, this is where I'm getting married at, low-key.
Alright, Neverland, we're ready. Is this where the entrance is?
You have come, just as promised. Yes, this is the
This
one
is
and
the
only
entrance?
entrance to the Fortress of Merope from Araneus. It is not nearly as frightening inside as you may think. You will see for yourselves once you are down there.
Paimon hopes you're right. Don't know about you, but just
Yeah, I don't know if I'd want to go to a prison at the bottom of the sea either.
Paimon the heebie-jeebies.
Oh, and there's one more thing. I mentioned that I have had personal dealings with the administrator of the fortress, Wriothesley. He's a very shrewd fellow. Even though you are going there to investigate at my behest, it would behoove you to avoid any confrontation with him or any of his subordinates. He is quiet, but not
I'm gonna go
unaware,
straight up to him
so
and his
please bear
desk
that
and
in
ask him
mind.
what's up.
All right. That's about all the time that we have to talk privately. I'm counting on you two.
I just love that the blue hair just floats.
Don't worry, we won't let you down.
Good.
You are the Traveler and Paimon, correct?
That would be us.
Let me confirm your charges and sentence.
What
Let's
are we
see.
charged with?
You two are charged with eating a cake specially prepared for the Archon by a Snezhnayan envoy without the Archon's permission, thereby incapacitating the political center of Fontaine for a brief period. Sentence:
45 days?
45 days?
For the Archon by... Oh my god. That's why he gave it to us! That's toxic.
Wait a second. Are there usually so many garter mechs around here? They're already onto us?
Oh shit.
Prisoners numbers 7459 and 7560. Welcome. Oh, no need to be anxious. These Gardamex aren't here to attack you. In fact, they're here as your honor guard.
My honor guard.
When I heard that you were friends of Monsieur Neuvillette,
Eyes are so
I had the
beautiful.
Guardmex come and wait in formation.
Wait,
Okay, but this
You
dude got
know
some
about
battle
our
wounds. Battle wounds. Holy shit.
I hope it'll help you adjust to life here.
You could definitely help adjust life here, buddy.
he's going to personally give us a cure?
He loves us.
Huh.
Let's move on. The tour continues over this way.
He doesn't need the flattery. What the f is he doing here? What?
Oh!
What? Ah, shit. Got a blast.
Oh, you really scared me there. I didn't expect to see you here, Your Grace.
The only thing you should be seeing is the work in front of you. Stay focused and keep up the pace.
Get back to work, he said.
Is something the matter?
It's nothing. Paimon's just worried about
Why the hell is he here?
Paimon's so tired. Nighty-night, traveler.
What the f? I've awoken as Tartaglia. Is that a f***ing whale noise in the background? Oh, they're fighting? Oh, not his battle boner. He's really thinking long and hard. That was just a dream? What? I don't know. That was a weird dream.
Are you awake, traveler?
One eternity later.
Hey, do you know our boss? Whoa. We had no idea our boss was such a big deal.
Wow, those dreams of yours sure come in handy.
But one day, he suddenly told us that he had to find a way to escape this place, no matter the cost.
Heard that calling
And as
in.
his
Interesting.
Has the child already escaped?
Because as far as we know, the pipe he went into isn't actually an exit. It
Dead
leads
end.
to an abandoned factory area, and even if there were a way to escape from there into the sea, we're still way too deep. No, but boss still insisted on going, so we told him that we'd pretend as if he never existed while he was gone, and that if he wanted to come back, he should wait for nighttime on a pipe cleaning day.
On
So
a
you
pipe
come and
cleaning
wait
day.
here.
The way up from here has been sealed off. Boss left by going down from here. It wasn't full of water at the time. Later, we came back hoping to have a look. That's when we found out it had been completely flooded. It's impossible to navigate unless you're an extremely skilled diver.
Do you think child got trapped by the water?
Not likely. We all know that boss was an incredible swimmer.
Really? Then have him come investigate.
It's getting late. We should leave.
Yeah.
Found something?
Hey, this is no time to be modest. Just tell
Oh. I'm far more impressed by you guys managing to collect all this information right under Risley's watchful eyes. What say you to meeting here 9 days from now? We'll be able to pick up Fremine while we're at it, too. Oh, and there's just one last thing we'd like your help with. Though we can just sit back and wait for Fremine's report on Master Child's whereabouts, we still need to make more progress on the... Fremine's no master of disguise. Lynette's still working on getting intel from the other areas, and I'll need to spend some time helping Fremine prepare for his diving mission.
What do you want us to do? Will it be hard?
Well, I won't call it easy per se, but I think you'll be able to pull it off. Listen carefully. You'll need to find an excuse to get into the infirmary and investigate the room and environs.
It's not impossible.
Oh.
She's pregnant?
It's a bit hard to understand
In a
them from
prison.
here. So, why don't we just try to talk to them in person? Oh.
Nice voice line. It's literally the only one.
Someone, please help! She's sick!
Whoa, are you okay?
Oh my! What's wrong, little one? There's no need to panic. Take a deep breath before you begin. You can do it, traveler! Don't apologize. You're sick after all. Now,
You think she
please
knows we're
relax.
lying?
I'm just going
She
to
has
do a
to.
preliminary checkup on you.
She has to know we're lying. No, nothing suspicious over here. Just a hydro
Lynette
dragon.
should be here right now. Huh. Strange.
As expected, Siegewin isn't here, but Why isn't Lynette here?
No, Lynette rarely deviates from the plan. We agreed that if she were to make unless...
Let's see if there are any clues around here. Hey, you guys, there's a slip of paper over here.
A slip of paper?
It's right over here, and there's a bunch written on it too. It reads, out of respect for your usual practices, I'll use a piece of paper or card as the medium to pass on my message.
This is...
Is that all? The back. This...
Show me! Now!
Uh-oh, he's scared.
That look on your face. Would you care to guess where Miss Lynette of the Fatui could be right now? No. Could she have... Is she already...
Wriothesley. Did he deliberately leave the infirmary unguarded to use it as bait? So he's challenging me and trying to provoke me, I'm sure of it.
Fight back.
We never should have sent out Fremine. We had to go through all that trouble to find an opening to sneak him around the guards and into the pipe, and if Wriothesley let him leave on purpose, then he's probably in a terrible spot now as well.
Things are getting heated.
Lenny's getting more and more panicked. We have to calm him down.
I'm the one responsible for this team.
Yep, it's your fault if they died, buddy.
Protect them. I'll go talk to Wriothesley. I have to go. I'll find a way to get them back.
Elle brother, she's getting abducted. Oh, and she was a child. Backstory trauma. Not the smile. This was before.
Someone, please help! She's sick!
Oh, I remember that she was sold.
Whoa, are you okay?
These two. As expected, they've already found this place.
I mean, we've been to the infirmary
They are
before,
quite
though.
sharp.
So, I don't get this. We've already been here.
What a delightful turn of events. I like smart people, but I also like playing dumb. I like the feeling of being trusted.
She's a lunatic.
Oh my! What's wrong, little one? There's no need to panic. Take a deep breath before you begin. Being able to read human expressions is quite the useful skill.
It kind of is. It kind of is.
Wait!
So there's that. Sig is kind of weird.
Come out and face me, Wriothesley!
Yeah, wrist layer, show off them boots.
Aren't we at an administrative office space? Why don't you at least try to follow even a couple rules from the fortress's indoor management regulations?
What did you do to my sister?
I ran into the young miss at the infirmary. I'd heard that she was suffering from quite the migraine, so I decided to invite her over for a cup of tea.
Stop joking around! Where did you take my siblings?
Maybe she'll appear behind you right now.
Is he trying to trick me into turning my head? No, he's probably not looking to attack me right now.
He's so paranoid.
And he's even in the mood for small talk. That means Lynette is probably still alive. You knew we were investigating the infirmary from the start. You probably didn't even interfere with Child's escape. You let him go so you could purge the Fatui members that we had planted into your ranks.
Lenny!
Damn, it took us so long to even get here.
Wonderful. Everyone is here, so I'll only need to say this once. Thank you so much
What a
for
Chad.
cooperating with me. Eager and to the point, I see. Alas, only Miss Lynette is currently having a cup of the fortress's finest tea.
He's so unserious. I love
Although,
it.
as per your original plan, Mr. Fremine should also have returned to the fortress by now. But he has neither shown up within my gates, nor has he been taken into any kind of custody. So where do you think he may be right now?
Wait, you can't mean you locked him outside in the sea?
I closed the fortress's gate to the outside world. That's all.
He locked him out of prison, bro.
Fremine's a star diver, so he should be fine, right?
Bro, he literally locked him out of prison. I love it.
You need do but one thing to guarantee their safety. I would like you to contact your superior, and ideally
that's
invite
literally
her
what she
over
wants
for a cup
anyways.
of tea with me.
You want to see Father?
That's literally what she wants.
But why should she bother giving you an audience?
Well, if she cares for the well-being of her dearest children, she should have plenty of motivation to join me for a parents' evening.
You're telling me we went through all this trouble when he literally wants her to come down here? Bro, I just wasted 3 hours scouring this fucking prison for clues and details. And he's inviting her down. Oh my goodness.
I've heard. Stop your cruel and pointless games, Risley. The thought of sparing Lynette and Fremine never
Hit
even
him.
crossed your mind.
Punch him.
You'll pay for this. Ah!
Bro, he can look at me like that. Without a care in the world, I'm game.
I owe you, Siegeween. That was a fantastic shot.
It was nothing, Your
Wait.
Grace.
You think her kit is gonna revolve around paralyzing the enemies or something? Like stunning them, knocking them out for a little bit?
Though this gun may look like a toy, it's actually fully functional, as I just demonstrated.
Siegeween.
Definitely something to like knock them out.
My dear Siegeween, whatever shall I do with you? Would it have killed you to just wait another minute or two?
Well, it's nearly time after all. The way you do things can be truly frustrating sometimes, Your Grace.
Take me if you want. But let them go.
He's kind of
How
struggling.
touching. Can you just give me one more minute?
Don't be like that, Your Grace.
Love him.
All right, everyone, calm down. 2 more visitors
more
will be arriving
visitors.
anytime now.
Clarent and the judge?
I'll go get a cup of tea. Miss Siegeween,
Is it time?
I leave Miss Lynette in your care.
Not time. Is it Lynette and Fremmy? Okay.
Some space, please.
I got one right.
Ah, Miss Clarend.
Oh, there's Fremmy.
My door.
Ooh, okay. My door.
Fremine. Fremine.
A flushed face, an accelerated pulse. He must have consumed primordial seawater.
Not the primordial seawater.
How's the situation out there?
The water has changed. It's pretty much as expected. The concentration of primordial seawater has increased significantly. I was only out there a short time, so it wasn't too bad. But if one were to stay for any significant amount of time, well, you can see how that boy's doing.
Where was he when you found him?
The abandoned zone
Locked
at the
out.
end of the pipes. A good distance into the water.
Well, I did try to convince him that I had my reasons.
2.
Never seems to work, though.
It would probably work on Neuvillette. He has a knack for picking out who had good intentions, even when the outcomes were all terrible.
It's a bad sign if you're having to plead your case to Neuvillette. Want some tea?
Not particularly. If you want to drink some that badly, just say so.
Fine, I'd like to get some tea. Want me to get you a cup too, since I've already made it?
I love this dude.
Might as well then, I
He's so
suppose.
sassy.
Actually, do you have a towel? I would like to dry my hair.
Because it's clearly wet.
All I need to prove to you is that the Forbidden Zone had nothing to do with the Harbinger's disappearance. That should be clear now that you've spoken to Fremine.
But we've already uncovered that there's something wrong with the infirmary, and we've answered a bunch of questions that you threw at us. Isn't it about time that you answer our last question in return?
You make a compelling case.
Yeah.
Do you
Let
really
me
want
know.
to know the answer that badly?
Curiosity killed the cat.
Yeah, Paimon really wants to know.
Even if the truth may not be pleasant?
Yes.
Follow me.
Always. Let me see the hidden bodies. Let me see.
I've been interested in
Sluice
what
gate?
lies beyond that gate ever since I assumed leadership of the Fortress of Meripede. Of course, it would be unwise to recklessly open it, but it'd also be risky and negligent to simply ignore any potential danger that could be behind it. Unfortunately, our dashboard is tracking something less ordinary.
Primordial in the water
The
or
temperature
something?
should... I can now confidently conclude that the readings represent the concentration of primordial seawater in the seawater
So
nearby.
why is something like that down here though?
Concentration of primordial seawater? But we're already under the sea!
And that is precisely the problem. We're at the bottom of the sea, and now we're surrounded by toxic seawater. Somehow, primordial seawater got mixed in, and the
Yeah,
concentration
where's this
is
primordial
steadily
seawater
rising.
coming from?
I believe the primordial sea lies directly beneath this sluice gate. For some reason, the primordial seawater levels have risen significantly, and it's now very close to us. The indicators are now red. Although the gate still stands, some primordial seawater has already leaked out and mixed into the sea around us. Yeah, you know what the legends say. If this place falls, then everyone in Fontaine will be turned into puddles in the span of a night.
But that's just too weird! Why would millipede be built right above a sluice gate for the primordial sea?
Sluice
Who built this place anyway?
And how the f do you contain the primordial sea in such a small area?
Your expression tells me you think this might be part of a vast, complicated conspiracy. To be honest, you might find the actual answer may be exceedingly boring. It's just that the secret of the Forbidden Zone had been long forgotten by the nation before I rediscovered it with my research.
So much has happened. Paimon Supers.
Bro. Why do we gotta share a bed? There's literally 2 in this room.
Out of my way! Get out of my way! What happened? Why is everyone running? No idea, but something must have happened. Stop asking!
Uh-oh.
What happened? Why is everyone running around?
The alarm.
Hey, what are you doing?
No time to explain, mate. Goodbye!
Time to get the fate level eardrums going. Oh shit.
They're here.
It's about
Just
to
like
bust.
I said.
What happened?
Bro, you better run, homie.
You're just in time. But
You all
be ready
should
to
run.
run.
I'm fine. Okay, nice gloves. That's busting. Bro, please don't get wet. Not even a drop on you, please. Oh! Nice cryo punch. Alright, relax. You definitely didn't win. It's a matter of time before it keeps coming. Alright. Where is he at?
3, 2, 1.
Okay. Go, Riz Slayer, go! Bro, imagine he gets stuck and he dies. Okay, he's kind of a badass. Holy shit.
This won't hold it for long. Find Neuvillette. Tell him the defenses are about to collapse.
Then what will happen to you?
Until he arrives, we're the last line of defense.
You didn't really do anything. I think that was all Riz Slayer. Him and his cryo gloves.
The gate. How long do you think it'll hold?
That depends on us.
Like, what the f is she gonna do? Well, that shit is oozing.
Neuvillette, why are you here?
Traveler, I need you to head to the Opera House immediately.
No, 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 honey.
Farina will soon be meeting with the knave there. You must protect Farina, and make sure she doesn't spend too much time alone with her.
Well, I thought they already had a meeting. Why is she meeting with her again?
Will do. You have my sincerest gratitude.
Now she doesn't know what to talk about. Ha ha ha. No, put that smile away. This is a diplomatic reason.
So you two are the honored guests Miss Farina mentioned. It is my pleasure to make your acquaintance, traveler. I have heard much of your accomplishments. I am the knave.
I've already prepared seats for
Greetings.
you. Come, sit beside me. Traveler, what do you think of this cake?
That's good to hear. So what Child said was on the mark after all. I wonder how he's doing nowadays. You must have heard, right? He's suddenly gone missing.
He's an excellent swimmer.
I'm really worried about his safety, you know. Here's to hoping that he's an excellent swimmer.
Since we're talking about him, I feel like I should add something. His martial prowess really
Bro,
looked
we literally got knocked into the
certainly
ground by the
pretty
judge.
impressive, yeah.
Oh, so you're also familiar with his aptitude for fighting, Miss Farina. Oh, right.
Yeah.
I almost forgot. That child was subdued by Udex Nuvillette right in front of you. Against ordinary people, my colleague would never be on the back foot. But alas, he just never imagined he'd run into such a person. I must express my admiration for Monsieur Nuvillette. Coming from you, that's not surprising at all.
But I thought you would be happier to hear the news.
She doesn't give a damn.
Of course, but it's still a bit of a shame. You see, I would have been far happier had I received this news somewhat earlier. As you well know, a long time has passed
I guess it
since
has been
child
like 2
disappeared.
weeks, yeah?
Well, in any case, there's no need to worry. We know for sure that child is still alive.
I mean, I guess we have his vision, but still.
Oh, and just how do you know that?
Because we found evidence that proved he left the Fortress of Mirabede.
And where did he go after leaving the fortress?
Well... Hold on. The water in the teacup is shaking.
I suppose this is also a sign of things to come, Miss Farina.
I don't quite understand what you're trying to say.
Have we entered into the next stage of the prophecy?
Looks like it. Oh my goodness, it's the handsome judge's time to shine.
My thanks to you both. I will take it from here.
Oh my goodness, I love him. He's so regal and beautiful. Just leave. You two just run.
Sure you don't need a hand?
Quite sure.
She only needs one hand anyways.
So, what's your secret, huh? Let me guess.
He's like, can you just f***ing go, bro?
Nah, who knows? Maybe it's just your sense of responsibility.
He's jealous.
Sounds about right.
Nobody can be as strong as the judge. Oh no. I don't think I'm ready. Whoa. One-handed? Doesn't even look like he's using full power. Where's the charge up?
A day may come when the prophecy is fulfilled and the waters burst forth. But it is not this day. This ancient power could easily obliterate an entire race. A tsunami of fury would unleash endless catastrophe.
That's it?
This sentence is too severe. Forgive me for overruling it.
Aw, that was to the Archon, huh?
Alright. Seems like the problem inside has been suppressed.
That was great, but I feel like it was so anticlimactic. Holy shit. Bro, it was just so easy for him.
Let me guess. We're safe for now.
Indeed. But only for now.
I win this bet. You owe me a present.
T.
Very well. It was indeed just as you said.
You made a bet?
We made a bet on the size of your entourage. Cloran thought you wouldn't come down by yourself.
I figured you would have at least brought a few people along for appearance's sake. It appears I underestimated just how confidential the mission was.
Shouldn't you have gotten used to confidential missions by now? That's just how the courts operate.
So what gift must the loser give?
Tea.
Tea?
He already has tons of tea in his office.
Codices?
I'm thinking about a set of legal codices.
That wouldn't happen to be a dig at my lack of legal awareness, would it?
Well, I'm sure His Grace doesn't consider the fortress to be outside the law.
I was under the impression the residents of a place like this would be uninterested in the legal codices.
That was obviously a joke.
Thank you. I hope everything went smoothly with the Fatui Harbinger.
What Fatui Harbinger? His eyes are so beautiful. Whose child?
Miss Farina, as the Hydro Archon, I am sure you understand the exact meaning of the phenomenon we just witnessed. Or should I say, that's what I originally thought. But looking at your expression, was I wrong? And you haven't a clue?
What are you trying to say?
At this point, I don't think there's any more need to speak as diplomatic representatives. Allow me to speak to you now as just a Fontainian. You know the prophecy by heart, and also that every part of it is being proven true. Yet, here you are relaxing, drinking tea, and eating desserts as if it's all nothing more than a few stray bugs in your garden.
I mean, you're not doing anything about it either.
Do you really think that's acceptable? The prophecy's hanging above our necks like a guillotine. Every faction is looking for a way to either avert the disaster or save their own. Even the orphans of the House of the Hearth have devoted everything to saving their homeland. But you? It beggars belief just how nonchalant and carefree you have been. From the very beginning, you, the god Focalor, you have utterly failed to take action.
Never ignored the prophecy, nor have I just been passing the time in self-indulgence. Retract your accusation and stop doubting the wisdom of the gods with such absurd conjectures.
I am not alone in my doubts, you know. All the children of Fontaine may be harboring the exact same thoughts right now. Oh, great Hydro Archon. How are you going to save them? Save us?
I have my ways, and I've been working on them for all this time. Even if you look down upon me, you have no right to judge me. Fontaine will be saved. Even if I still cannot see the true future right now, as long as I continue on
Why
as
is there
I
a
am,
breeze blowing in this
I
building?
will be able to hold my head up high.
Then I ask you, Miss Farina, just what have you been working on? Where can we see it, and what is it doing to help?
Air conditioning is definitely not right on the flowers.
My machinations are just like the prophecy itself. They will only reveal themselves at the fated time.
Miss Farina, what is the purpose of your Oratrice Mécanique d'Analyse Cardinal? And what do you plan to do with the massive amounts of indemnitium that has accumulated over the years? If I'm not mistaken, someone's using it to prepare for something. But unfortunately, it would seem that someone is not you, Miss Farina. Even if that had nothing to do with you, then what could you possibly be working on, oh great Hydro Archon? Oh, right. I almost forgot. Udex Neuvillette is not at the tea party with us today. Miss Farina, I suppose you must have ordered him away.
That's exactly right. Please keep it a secret for me.
Of course I will. Oh, very well. Let's stop that conversation here. Why don't we call it a day? There are still a few matters that I need to take care of, so I must take my leave now.
Very well.
Mind seeing me off, traveler. But what's your impression of Farina? You are outside of our disputes, and the freest person in all of Fontaine, able to move around most easily. Allow me to share my perspective with you. I will be meeting someone shortly.
Do you require help with any preparations?
No need. I will take care of it myself.
Alright, look at her doing something for herself for once. Let's go.
I need to meet with Farina, the Hydro Archon. She is at the heart of Fontaine. But what's fascinating about her is that she often seems more like a celebrity than a working Archon.
Oh? Come over here, you little critter, you! You dare to run from me? Stop right this instant!
My goal is just to discover the location of the Gnosis. But I didn't expect the chance to approach Farina to be handed to me on a silver platter. This is so easy, it's actually making me a bit suspicious. Anything left unguarded is usually just bait. But No one will blame someone for taking the bait. After all, from the moment it was attached to the hook, the bait is meant to be sacrificed. It's just as I guessed in the second before I struck. The hydronosis is not currently held by the Archon. In fact, this Archon doesn't seem like a god at all. And I sense that she's under some kind of curse.
But what could this
Who
curse
are
be?
you? And what are you trying to do? Please don't kill me. I'm begging you, please.
The fear in her pupils is genuine, so perhaps she's not bait after all. Either way, targeting her has lost all meaning. I left the scene with ease. Nobody came looking for me, and nobody could serve as a witness to my near assassination of Fossil.
She probably just should have just killed her.
After returning to her quarters, Farina quietly cried alone. There's no doubt that there's something wrong with her. I began to entertain the possibility that she is not the true Hydro Archon. Perhaps Udex Neuvillette is actually the genuine article. I have to find the Gnosis. If the Neuvillette hypothesis is correct, he is probably in possession of it. Set up a meeting for me. I would like to meet the Hydro Archon and Udex Neuvillette. Oh, and I have an additional mission for you three.
Yes, Father.
You attacked the Hydro Archon?
It wouldn't mean anything, even if you shouted it from the rooftops. After all, even Farina herself is still pretending that nothing of that sort ever happened.
Alright then.
I've now had 2 chances to enjoy tea with Farina. I have to say, the leadership of Fontaine is even more inscrutable than I had imagined. I once surmised that Udex Neuvillette must be the Hydro Archon, but now, that doesn't seem right to me either. I am a servant of Her Majesty the Tsaritsa. Over my years of service, I've learned how a real Archon conducts and carries themselves. Whether Udex Neuvillette or Farina, neither fits the bill. It's hard to imagine either of them as the Archon. I've come to realize I am at a complete loss regarding the identity of the god of the land of my birth. Don't you think Fontaine is quite intriguing? A catastrophe looms, yet many secrets have yet to rise to the surface. Should the need arise, I would be happy to cooperate with you.
No, she wants our help.
You don't need to commit to anything right now, of course. I have a feeling that the situation will continue to evolve, and as your name is often connected with noble deeds, I'm sure we will work together someday. He certainly returned quickly. You must want to catch up with each other, so I'll leave you to him.
Neuvillette, is it over?
For now, yes. But this issue will prove quite thorny in the long term. I'm concerned that sooner or later the prophesized events will occur. Thank you for protecting Farina.
Whoa. It can't be that you're the real Hydro Archon, right? But that's just a speculation on our part, though.
The fortress has a long and complex history. It has seen much grief and suffering. And now, another catastrophe will soon be upon us. I mourn this turn of events.
Another catastrophe?
Huh? Why is it raining all of a sudden?
You may be closer to the truth than you think. Please do not be so surprised.
We already knew that, though.
Farina?
Neuvillette! Neuvillette, are you listening?
She zoned out.
Ah, my apologies.
We were just guessing randomly. We didn't guess right, did we? You're not actually the dragon sovereign of water, right?
The Hydro Sovereign?
Well, if you don't want to confirm or deny...
You guessed correctly. I sincerely hope you'll
Maybe
be able to
want
keep
people to
this
know.
a
Do you think
secret
Farina
for me.
knows then?
Well, if you are the dragon sovereign of water, and you were able to force back the primordial sea from the fortress, then since Fontaine's prophecy is all about seawater, couldn't you just use your power to solve the crisis?
None of the currently living dragon sovereigns in the world, myself included, possess our full dragonhood. They say that when the first usurper arrived on Tivat, they seized a part of the dragon's power. Today, that stolen power is the basis of the Archon's authorities.
Take the Gnosis and become a full dragon, right? Get your full dragonhood back, bro.
There are 7 elemental archons and 7 matching dragon sovereigns.
The dragon sovereign of water who lived through that era perished a long time ago. As their successor, I know far less of that part of our ancient history. In any case, I believe I will not be able to do much unless the Archon disappears and returns their elemental authority to me.
The fact that he hasn't just claimed it for himself, what a great, it's not human, what a great dragon person, judge.
Given the status quo, however, I would recommend finding another way to deal with the prophecy.
He's like, not me.
So even you can't solve it.
I still have some urgent matters to attend to at my office. If you have any more questions regarding ancient history, you are welcome to discuss them with me at a later time.
Okay, but because he knows it doesn't mean that Sarista knows she's collecting dragon power.
We'll see you another time.
I mean,
Take
I don't...
care.
I mean, she could know, but I don't think it's confirmed that Sarista knows she's claiming or collecting dragon power. Oh yeah. Wait, why is it transparent? Now we got we still have this to deal with. I don't even know where he's at. Is he just floating in the sea? There's that whale. Is that Skirk? He's totally in the primordial sea. He has to be. Interesting. It was an okay quest. Nothing crazy. We already knew he was the Hydro freaking
Paimon
sovereign.
asked so many questions about his true identity. Let's go talk to him and find out.
Already knew he was the Hydro sovereign. We already knew Furina is childish and really sussy when it comes to being the Archon. Everyone just wants to stop this primordial sea prophecy. Red Slayer's pretty chill. It was okay. Nothing to write home about though.